Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly Oracle Wisdom. Hello to everyone that's joining me on the High Vibe app, because I've got the app open, and everyone that's joining me live on YouTube. I appreciate you all being here. For those of you that didn't catch it, I just went live and did the monthly Oracle Wisdom for April. We did that over on YouTube. I did pick a pile like I normally do. It obviously wasn't pre-recorded, and I'm using the same decks that I'm using for the weekly because I can only bring so many decks with me. I'd love to bring the entire cabinet, but it's not always possible. So I hope that you are all having a wonderful week. I am here enjoying Hawaii with my dad and stepmom, and it's just been lovely to sort of stop and take a breath. So we are going to launch straight into it, and we are starting. Oh, happy birthday, April. She's saying it's her birthday week as well. All right, so I'm going to just get into it. We're starting with the Ascending Life Oracle, and the first card out is Dreams. Vivid dreaming, dream messages, reaching for your dreams. Your dreams are calling you, the power of imagination. I have to laugh with this card coming out because I had a wild dream last night, and then I got a call 10 minutes after I woke up, and so that person was breaking down my dream for me. They're like, who were the alligators, because there were alligators coming for these people but not really, and I was worried about them protecting the dog. Who are the alligators? Who are the dogs? So pay attention to your dreams right now. It does feel very much like the veil has thinned, and so that the universe is speaking to you. So, and sometimes we take things literally, and that's not always what we should do. We have to sort of look at the symbolism within the dream, which was what was going on with my dream last night. It was so many people from my past, and then, like I said, these alligators coming in, just nuts. So pay attention to what is coming up for you, and if you're someone that doesn't really remember, either keep your phone near you so you can record the ramblings when you first wake up and spitting it out, or a dream journal, because sometimes these things are incredibly significant. Next card out is Creativity. New creative ideas, focused on expressing yourself, following your creative instincts, creative projects, a creative life. So it's time to tap into that creativity. I know some people say, oh, I'm not really a creative, but everybody has it within them, whether it be with music or with dance, with painting, with drawing, with writing. I mean, everybody is creative in some way, so tap into that. And if you are getting ideas about things that maybe you want to create, it is time to tap into that and really see where it can go. I think we're told so frequently that we have to grow up, and we have to get a proper job, and we have to do this and that. So we lose a lot of our creativity along the way, and it's time to tap back into it because it's so important in this life. The next card out is Anger. You feel you've been wronged, arguments or disagreements, temper, ego clash, pent-up anger. So in the monthly, I talked a lot about the need for communication. So if you feel that you've been wronged, or if you have this pent-up anger, it's time to have those awkward conversations and speak to people about what it is you need, what it is you want, how somebody's actions have affected you, because it's important that they know. And you need to talk about that. As far as arguments and disagreements, if they come up this week, you know, we always have to navigate arguments and things going on in our lives, but it's how we handle them. So my rule, I can only talk to how I react. When I was younger, I had quite a temper on me. Being an Aries, being a manifestor, so when you're in your not self, that part of you is anger. And over the years, I have learned very, very well how to control that anger. And now if I'm in a relationship and I need to say something, I don't go in and explode. I go in when I am calm and I have a conversation, a controlled conversation, because then you can actually find a resolution. If you go in and you're screaming at somebody, you lose all control of that situation. You lose the ability to negotiate, talk it out, and be heard, because the moment you start yelling, even though you're getting louder and you think that they will hear that better, they can't. So if that comes up for you, just think about how you're navigating it so that you can get the best outcome for you. All right. Next card out is Bridge. Another phase of life, transition, need to find common ground, bridge the gap. Again, I'll go back to the monthly readings just because I've only just finished them. There is a lot about transition and growth in those readings. And so it makes sense that as we're beginning April tomorrow, I'm sure today's the 31st, as we're beginning April tomorrow, that this transition sort of period is already beginning. And when these transitions happen, we step into another phase of life. And there are moments where we start these phases and it's only later on when we look back that we realize that this sort of shift happened and that a whole new phase began. But it's exciting because it means we're leveling up, we're moving on to other things. And if there is somebody in your life where there is this gap, maybe it's time for you to bridge the gap. And I know often we say, well, I don't want to, they did this or they did that. But maybe it's time for you to step up and be that person to allow this other person to have what they need to get to where they're going. So just keep that in mind. The next card out is Potential. We've seen this card quite a lot over the last few months. New business requiring hard work. Ideas have potential for growth. Your investment is paying off. A stable business steadily growing. So we're still working on this thing, and maybe it's a new opportunity for new things, because talking about the creativity here, it's a perfect time for new things to start growing and sprouting, and especially because we've got the transition and another phase of life going on. So we're stepping into all of that. So dice came out. Time to take risks, getting out of your comfort zone, leap into the unknown, adventure awaits. Pay attention to this because, you know, we've got another phase of life, we've got creativity. So you've got all these things that are coming up and they're all new things. So pay attention to that and the opportunities that it's bringing up, because you've got the potential for this great new thing to come in. And I think it's time that we kind of take the risk versus staying in this area that is safe. And then this card is children. Raising your children, helping or working with children, starting a family, emotionally immature behavior. So children came up in one of the other readings as well. So there is something going on in terms of people either raising children, finding out they're pregnant, giving birth this month. As I said in that reading, who wouldn't want an Aries in their life? So there is definitely something around children this month. And the other thing that I focused on in the other reading, and I will here as well, is emotionally immature behavior. And I'll go back to the anger card and once again say, even if the other person is coming at you with immature behavior, that's fine. That doesn't mean you need to match their energy. If you stay at a higher vibration, they have to come up and meet you at that level. So make sure you are focused on that and keep them coming to you in that respect rather than you sinking to their level, because you dropping your vibration doesn't help them, but it is a disservice to you. So you need to pay attention to that. We're moving on to the Whispers of Aloha deck, and I'm just going to pull a couple from here, and then we'll finish up with one from Energy and Spirit Oracle. So anyone that went to Sedona for the event that just happened, I hope you all had a wonderful trip. I'm bummed I wasn't able to go, but I mean, it's not like I'm in a bad place at all. So, okay. So the first card out is strive for opportunity. Use your gifts to open doors to new endeavors. So there are things that are coming up, and it really is time to take the leap and take the opportunities that do present themselves. I feel like this is a great month for manifesting, for really getting new things coming into our lives. But then it comes down to you. Are you going to be brave enough to take the opportunities that do present themselves? So resilience, from challenge to wisdom, journey on. Whenever we are challenged, we sit there and say, why me? Why do I have to do this? Challenges help us level up. They help us learn about our strengths. They make us refocus on things that we weren't paying attention to before because we didn't need to. And making our way through these really tough times gives us the wisdom in life to navigate other things in the future, and also to help those around us as they're navigating things that they don't think they can get through. And we're sitting there going, yeah, you absolutely can. I did this. And leading by example helps people. Talking about the things that we go through helps people. And every time we face a challenge head on and we don't curl up in a corner and feel like we're dying and, you know, the woe is me attitude, we face it and we take the steps that we need to figure out a solution and make our way through. We are growing and evolving in a way that is only going to benefit us on the other side. So if challenges come up this week, it's fine. Absolutely fine. And that is literally what I say when my world feels like it's crumbling at times. My friends, I'll be talking to them, I'll be crying and going through it and trying to figure out what it is I'm meant to do, how I'm meant to face it. And then ultimately when I come up with my game plan, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And it is fine. And you come out a different version of you in the best possible way. So just keep that in mind if any challenges erupt or present themselves. And the final card from this deck is Cycle of Renewal. Set your consciousness free. Again, if you go to the monthly reading, and I will put the link below for those of you that haven't found that YouTube page yet, there is a lot about us going inside ourselves this month and doing our shadow work, really about us leveling up in a way that I don't think we've done in a while. But that is going to lead to this renewal and this new, I don't know if I want to say new path forward, but a freer path forward. So it really, I don't normally do the monthly and the weekly with the same cards. I do like to mix it up. Obviously, because I'm traveling, I'm a little bit restricted, but there is definitely a theme to what is going on this month. So just pay attention to that. There is a certain amount of internal work that we all need to do this month, and it's going to be for our betterment, but just take time out of life to do that and take care of yourself and do what you need to get the messages and be able to move forward. Okay, and the final card that I'm pulling from the Energy and Spirit Oracle is Conscious Steps, Considered Action and Looking Forward. This is just confirmation of everything that I said. It is time to be very deliberate in what we're doing as we move forward so that we can have the best possible life moving forward. I feel like it's a good week. I feel like it's an exciting week. We've got Neptune that's moved into Aries for the first time in 100 and something years. We've got the retrograde still happening with Mercury and Venus, but they're in Aries now. So the energies are a little bit different to where they were a week ago or even a month ago. And even though things have been trying and challenging for a lot of us. We're coming through, and I think we had the big earthquake in Myanmar, which affected Thailand, but I feel like this is almost like a spiritual earthquake. We are being forced to look within, to let go of things that aren't serving us, and the universe is really doing a good job at taking away the things that don't serve us, because it is time for us to do the work and move forward. And we're all capable of that. So I hope that you all have a wonderful week. I hope this reading resonated with some of you or all of you. I'm grateful to Anne for always helping me get this live to all of you, especially on High Vibe. I couldn't do this without her. And have a wonderful week, and I will see you from Hawaii again next week, hopefully with a bit more of a tan. And I do believe I'll be seeing you for Full Disclosure. I haven't spoken with David yet, but I'm sure we'll be back for that. So have a wonderful week, everybody. I will hopefully see you Friday and then again Monday. And thank you, Anne.